Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another exciting episode of Power Rangers Astro Rebels. Last we left our Rangers, they had just defeated the monstrous form of Chrissy, the yellow RSA Ranger, only to have Jesse, the Graphite Ranger, suddenly demorph. What happened? We're about to find out. Everybody wouldn't mind introducing themselves for any first-time viewers out there. Starting with Sean.
Hi everybody, I'm Sean. I am playing Evan Nye,
The baking guy.
one of the Rangers. Pardon?
Evan, I've been guy.
Yes, Evan Nye, the cooker guy.
D-Dubs.
We gotta cook.
I'm George Cole or Georgia Cole, your friendly neighborhood, well, not so friendly Teal Ranger.
Jesse.
So I originally had a bit for this. I forgot to download some sad ass song from the internet, right? And go for a whole bit about donate money or something like that to Ranger Leukemia. Besides that, hello, my name is Jesse Brooks. I played the Graphite Ranger.
Or did.
Yeah, formerly Graphite Ranger.
He said played.
And
What?
Caius.
Hello, I'm Caius1131, and I
They're close enough.
will be playing. Okay, so McLaughlin. and I play Astro again.
Alright. So we will pick up from right where we left off, with Jesse being demorphed in the cockpit of the Megazord with, I believe it's just George, and then the T-posing Dusty and Yami.
Damn, we're not at not at base.
Not yet, anyway.
Didn't Evan get yeeted off somewhere?
Evan and Tychus are out in the middle of the ocean right now.
Evan was prepared. Evan had flotation devices. Evan knows.
Evan was ready, even though he forgot that his Zord could just transform and swim back to shore.
He forgot the Wombo switch, you know?
Yeah.
You going somewhere so fast there, Jesse? You got somewhere to be?
Well, I was about to start prepping, going back into base. So,
We literally just won. Why did you demorph?
well, it's like what you said. We won, and it's time to demorph and head back to base now. Since we got the person we need to study.
Jesse, give me a deception check.
Oh boy!
Hey guys, I got Evan. Where did Jesse go?
Good job, Tychus.
That was fine.
Oh boy!
Oh my god.
Oh my god!
They're both ones! They're both ones!
Well, you get a story point, but yeah, no, that's a big fat one.
Do I have to roll?
No, you don't.
God really just said no.
Bullshit.
That's just a full denial.
Even if you were in this deception one.
I think part of what obliterates your believability is, George, you look at Jesse's morpher, which normally, sits at the back of your belt. It has fallen to the ground and has shifted to a now that normal like graphite had like a metallic sheen. It looks almost corroded, like very grayscaled and just completely absent of color, inert on the ground behind him.
So I'm assuming he doesn't notice, right?
Yeah, that's pretty much why he's like,
George's eyes are just glancing off behind you for a second. I'm gonna reach to just snatch it up.
okay.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Just for the sake of argument, I'm just gonna have you roll either athletics or acrobatics, and it's gonna be against Jesse's evasion.
Okay. Let's see here. Okay.
My evasion is 19.
Okay. I guess he wins that one.
Well, right. So you kind of just like, so instead of you being able to pick it up,
Alright, then can I at least just gesture at it? And just be like,
yeah. Well, I
that-
mean, yeah. Basically, what Jesse does is he kind of like blocks you from grabbing at it, but his foot kicks it, so it kind of like skitters off.
Alright, then she's just gonna huff and roll her eyes and just get infuriated immediately. Okay, fine. I'm tired of all this lying. Everyone in here just keeps betraying my trust over and over again. So either explain yourself or like I am going to knock you the fuck out. I'm over this. We can't obviously work as a team if you're gonna keep lying to my face when all I want to do is help you.
Well, if you want to talk about this first, I would suggest for one, why not we go back to base? Really, I think just sitting by here by the ocean shore by our resorts is not
Stop trying to avoid this. You keep avoiding
I'm
me.
not
Yes, you are.
avoiding
You're doing
this.
it right now. Stop it.
I'm saying we need to get the fuck out of
Yeah,
here
and you
first.
did this to me last time, and then you dodged me again. We're doing this now, Jesse.
I am not fucking dodging.
Yes, you did this to me before when I tried to find out what was wrong, and you lied to me. Why should I trust you now?
Listen, what I'm saying right now is
Why should I trust you?
we
Why
are
should
in
I
a
trust any
giant.
of you?
We are in a giant ass unauthorized. Oh my god, I cannot talk out of here. We are in a giant. We are on a giant robot. We are marked right now by the city right now.
I'm aware. I'm not
We-
fucking stupid, Jesse. Tell me why I should trust you.
I'm saying you should trust me before we get fucking. Before
Why
we get
should I
fucking
trust
sworn.
you? Not why. What is my situation? Why should I trust you?
Why should you trust me? Because we're part of a fucking team.
So at this point, Ryan comes over comms. Guys, everything all right down there?
This team is full of liars. It takes one to know one, and I've lied plenty. She's just gonna go back to base. I don't know what she's gonna do. She's just mad.
Okay.
She's going to zip. I guess she's just gonna like knife out and go, or take Tiresias and go. I don't know.
Okay. I mean, you're allowed to do either or. If you wanted to take your Zord and just dip and find your way back to base at your own time, or
yeah,
if you wanted to
she'll
just
disengage and go.
okay.
Magical train flying towards space.
As you sort of disengage, Evan and Tychus, you return to the rest of the group as the Zords are scooped up by the transport vessels back to the base. Everyone, is more than welcome to make their own choices. But for right now, you're heading back to base, unless you guys tell me otherwise.
Yeah, I am. Yeah.
Yeah?
For
Yeah.
me, anyway. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. You return to base. Chrissy captured. Put in the holding cell that once housed Yami. You enter through.
Georgia makes sure there's just a random bucket waiting in there for her, even though that's not how they would treat their prisoners. But she makes sure it's in there for
Just to like.
You know what this is for.
Did we like get that hole patched up on the wall of that cell?
There was a hole in the man.
I don't remember
was-
that people.
I thought it was like something with a dog or something, if I recall.
The dog ran through one of the doors.
Yeah, we ran through the door of the.
Oh no, I'm wrong. Yeah, George let Yummy out. I thought like there was a
Yeah.
hole in Yummy's cell. My bad.
No, you're good. She sort of slumps into the cell as you leave her there. What is Jesse doing?
Right now, I would imagine. Would there be any chance to like medically examine Becky?
Chrissy?
Chrissy, my bad. Why call her Becky?
Well, you have 8 Chris's. How'd you get Becky?
I don't know.
Probably not at this moment. Not yet. It would be an option later, but I don't think, given how George is reacting, I don't think she's letting you do much of anything.
Alrighty, then I would go to the maintenance room then and have them check on my morpher.
Yeah,
And then-
bring it.
Oh,
Go ahead.
It'll be a mixture of getting my morpher checked out and get a full checkup.
Dusty, can you put some WD-40 on it? I'm sure that's all it needs.
But it just need to be like unplugged for unplugged for it.
Just everything.
Yeah,
You know?
turn it off and then turn it back on?
Yeah, you gotta like unplug for like 5 minutes and then turn it back on. You know.
You just have to
Stick in
drink it, right?
Stick in
That's
a
all.
bowl of rice.
It's just dirty. You just need to clean it. Just get some compressed air.
You leave your morpher with Naomi, who you see is furiously texting somebody.
I'm sorry, I have context for why she's texting. So.
Yeah. And she takes and she'll be like, I'll take a look at this when I have a minute. Thanks. And then Ryan sort of calls you all together. George, you want to kind of explain what You meant by there's a bunch of liars on this team?
I just realized I was muted. I'm sorry.
I was like,
nice.
yeah, I'm like, what's
and
going
then
on?
I was met with silence, and I was like,
Pause.
oh, that's awkward.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't know. Do you want to ask Jesse to show you his morpher?
See what happened.
Now there's silence again.
Yeah.
Evan's just gonna take a big old step back because he realizes that this has nothing to do with him.
Yep.
I feel people, everyone but Jesse and Yami are not stepping.
Jesse
I
will
asked
step.
him if something was wrong before, and he said nothing was wrong. But apparently there was.
Jesse gonna walk over. Gonna walk up to. Gonna walk forward and would just say, Ryan, it happened.
Oh, you knew too.
After his mission to another dimension, we were made aware that his morpher was compromised. His ability to morph was set to a specific number of morphs. I told him he should have told the rest of you, not keep that secret, but it was not my decision to tell you. Not my secret to share.
I feel like it should, because that is information that if he kept held, would risk his own life and the lives of others.
I guess we're just
Yeah,
not
man,
worth
boy.
that much to you.
Listen, the reason why I kept this secret was literally because compared to everything that's going on right now, I don't want to be the bother of I don't want to put any more baggage in this team any more than what it is.
And so, yeah, idea was to prevent baggage, was to wait until it becomes baggage.
Let me.
After
All right,
everything
then.
Yami did to us, after everything I've... This isn't about you not creating baggage. It's you not giving a shit to care what we think about you. And I'm sorry that I've made no impression on you to want to share that with me. I thought we were friends. I didn't realize we were just work partners.
Thankfully, team, I may know of a way to possibly reactivate Jesse's powers. Whether you think that he's worth it or not, it's your call, but you have an option. Or scans the room. What is going through each of your minds at this moment?
sheer animosity and anger is just being stared by daggers at Jesse from Georgia.
Yeah.
She's furious.
Yeah. Evan and Tychus.
Evan actually kind of wants to share what's on his mind.
Okay.
Jesse, I completely understand why you would, the impulse to kind of keep that kind of thing to yourself. I totally get it. However, I think it's important that we play this out here now. Like, we care about you, man. So, like, that's something we need to know about. Like, if there's anything that we can do to help, or something we need to know about so we can do our job better, I mean,
No, I can't imagine why.
if, at least for me, I need to know that you're comfortable sharing that with us, man. Like, I appreciate that you didn't want to put extra stress on us, but that's not stress if it's an opportunity to help you. I mean, I want you on this team, but I want to make sure that we can, look. And as he says this, he's looking around the room. I want to make sure that we do work as a team. So we've got to be open about that kind of thing with each other. You know?
I understand, and I appreciate your concern about me, Evan.
Oh my god, have an emotion, Jesse! Why won't you
What?
talk to us like you give a shit about what we're telling you? Why won't you even just admit that you did something wrong and that you lied? It's just, oh, I cordially accept how you feel about us. How about you have an emotion back? How about you even say, I'm afraid of what's happening to me?
Alright, alright. You really want to know, George? You really want to fucking know?
I'd love to hear you have an opinion.
Alright. Alright. Alright.
You gonna say more than all right?
Yes. Because another reason why I didn't tell you guys this, really, is because I don't know what this shit's gonna do to my body, in all honesty, afterwards with everything. And again, I did not want to tell you guys because I don't want y'all to be worried about me while we still gotta worry about the fucking drugs, the fucking, like, corrupt Ranger Corps that's going on over there.
So you thought it was more worthwhile to risk our lives if your power's shorted out mid-fight, or when you're trying to save one of us and you lose power? It was okay to gamble our lives on your pride? It was okay to not confide in us?
What do you mean pride? Why do pride...
obviously you cared whether or not we knew you were sick, to not let us account for that when we did things.
It got nothing to do with pride here.
Well, then why didn't you tell us? Why, other than you're not wanting to stress us out? Like, what other possible reason is there than just that you thought it was okay to just lie to us? Is that all it takes? Is you just not wanting to inconvenience people trying to save the world? You have to be able to communicate with us, or how are we supposed to do anything? How are we supposed to save each other or anyone else if you can't trust us or talk to us? I burned so many bridges telling everyone exactly how I feel. But what is that worth if you're just gonna get me killed by not telling me, like, oh, oopsie, George, I'm sorry, but my power is not all up to snuff. Can you help me? Is that so hard? Just want to help you. Fuck it. If I don't... I will do what I'm ordered to do or whatever will help us best. But if you can't give us the respect to even just talk to us about what's wrong, I don't know how I'm supposed to work with you.
You're welcome.
But she'll step
I
back.
guess you've been pretty quiet over there.
Tigers?
I was just intrigued by the yeah. This is above game. I was intrigued by the dialogue.
Uh,
Give me
Yeah.
a sec.
Yeah.
Really, man, we care about you. That's really where all this is coming from. We care about you, and that's why we want to know. Okay, so we can help.
Sorry, I'm kind of waiting what Kai is gonna say real quick.
Yeah. I mean, all the points that I was gonna say were said by George. But
I'm sorry she's so angry.
oh no, it's fine. You did a great job.
Yeah, you killed it.
Oh yeah. Uh, I think I'll say was keeping this thing a secret because this almost destroyed the our trust in you.
At
Well,
this point,
Oh,
go
good.
ahead.
No, after you.
Okay. At this point, Dusty sort of silently walks off to his workshop.
Sorry, I just think it's funny because yeah, it sounds right for him.
Yeah.
These guys, they're petty emotions. Fuck off.
What are these emotions? I'm just gonna walk.
Yami sort of leans over to George and is like, did I say anything? Is there any more that didn't get covered?
Don't even get started. You're on the list too.
What did I do?
You shot Evan.
Weren't you just in the cell the other day?
Yeah, I'm about to say.
Like I just gesture at the cell Chrissy's in with the bucket.
Yummy. You shot Evan.
Okay.
No one here is perfect. That was from the start, guys. We weren't good enough for the city, but I thought we were good enough for each other. Sorry. I'm adding in stuff I don't need to.
Um,
No, mine goes there. I was just petrifying.
Oh, sorry.
whether or not you use this power to help Jesse or not, this might be the edge you need over the RSA Rangers. He opens his hand and a hologram appears, and he just throws it up and expands into a cascade of the galaxy. We recently learned of the fall of Miranoi, the home of the Lost Galaxy Rangers. Though their whereabouts are still unknown, we are aware that the Lights of Orion have been uh, disjointed from them. I believe that if we were to pursue it, it would give the team a additional source of power. The lights also choose their wielder. It would be a good test. See if I made the right decision. If all of you still are worthy of the power you possess. I'm not going to make you do this, but I do think it's the best decision for the team. You're free to make your own decisions, but I'm charting the course on the Orion cruisers. We'll depart first thing in the morning. Whoever's coming along, see you then. In the meantime, figure out whatever you guys need to in order to proceed as the strongest team you can. Ryan walks away, leaving the four of you in the chamber. The door whooshes shut as you see the hole from the dog charging through.
We really gotta patch that hole.
It's this little special doggy door, okay?
Saves us on having it installed.
It's just he just goes in the exact same frame.
Rolling.
I think doggy doors are supposed to spark. Unless that's an Earth thing.
If we get him to do it in a couple more poses and ram through that same slot, it'll be fine. It'll even out. But anyway.
I
A few moments pass. I imagine in silence. I imagine that George is still staring daggers at Jesse.
Yeah, she would be. Eventually, she'll break off because she needs to go get packed. Because even though he's an asshole, it doesn't change who she is, and she's gonna do what's best for the team. She'll huff, basically. She's gonna essentially huff and turn on her foot eventually.
And just head.
Just kind of head for her room. She needs to or go get ready, get things put together. Probably check in with everybody as after she's blown off a little bit of the anger.
So the three of you still remain. Who's the next to move?
Jesse probably going to finish that checkup.
Okay.
Or I guess self-diagnose checkup. I don't know how the best way to describe.
He's going to do like a self-appraisal kind of thing.
Yeah,
Like,
insert going to the funny convenient sci-fi scanner shit.
yeah.
Will that mean that he leaves the room?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a follow, Jesse.
You're gonna
Before you go, Jesse, you know,
Yeah.
I'm gonna, put my hand on your shoulder and just be like, you really can trust us, man. And we want to know that we can trust you to share. Just just as a kind of last word as you walk out. And then Evan's gonna go and get some stuff ready for the morning, and then he's gonna go to the kitchen and start making travel
Snacks
snacks.
travel snacks.
Travel snacks.
Is he doing like white trash? Is he doing like what is he throwing together here?
Sweets, just everything sweet you can imagine, because people just need it at this point.
Just cookies,
Cookies.
brownies.
Yeah, puppy chow.
Yep.
Sorry, sorry, my brain registered what you meant by puppy chow, but for a second, I'm like, wait, is he just getting out dog?
Is he bringing the dog? Yeah.
Is he bringing milk
Nuts and
bones?
bolts. That'd just be nuts and bolts.
Tychus, you're the last one left.
Yeah,
In
I
that
plan
base.
on following Jesse.
Okay. So you follow Jesse. Start there. Jesse, do you check on your morpher first, or do you do scanner first?
He's gonna do the scanner first, and then gonna check on the morpher.
Okay. You head to the scanner. It reads you no um no lasting effects. Your body's still registering normal human. No lingering morphing energy in your body. You still feel some of that like residual power, and that's how you're kind of able to maintain your stats. As the withdrawal effects, the morphing energy leaving your body hasn't started to set in. Um, Kind of give yourself that self appraisal. Blood pressure normal. Cholesterol normal for you. Um, Probably could cut back on some salts, but you already knew that.
You can only do so much.
Yeah.
Especially in America.
Yeah. You're running through, basic blood workup. Nothing out of the ordinary. But you yourself can feel the emptiness that morphing energy has left. Like having chapters ripped out of a book. You get most of the picture, but you don't get it all.
I must say, you just see him like writing notes basically on how he currently feeling.
Yeah. I guess you're just sort of shadowing him, so to speak.
Yes.
Okay. As he's sort of writing his notes, what are you doing?
just waiting until he's done and ready to move on to the to next stop.
You had to check on your morpher. Naomi is there. Morpher sort of placed on a stand, kind of holding it by two ends, the handle still grippable in the center. She looks at you and she's like, well, I'm still getting used to all this morphin stuff that you guys are working on. And if I didn't know what this was, I would think it was a broken kid's toy at this point. Any sort of electrical energy, morphin energy, anything is not registering with this. But, and she pulls out one of the yellow wafers for the ranger drug and presses it into the handle of the morpher as it returns to its vibrant colors. For whatever reason, this momentarily reactivates it.
So we're just saying is I gotta take the drugs that I made a cure for.
A morphine
Yeah.
drip.
Yeah, but I got about to say I got like an IV pro for ibuprofen type.
Gotta give you your Adderall dose for the day.
Right.
The morphine kit.
You're right. Okay, 800 milligrams. So fucking more facts, you know.
It's only a really bad idea shot if it was Yami, but
Yeah.
I mean, it's probably still not a great idea,
Yeah,
but
It
it's an
feels like a
idea.
really bad idea.
it's really funny that Naomi's like, here, why don't you use drugs?
Why don't you use the drugs that you've been trying so hard not to take and, like, you know, been trying to make a cure for, you know?
Seems like a good answer to this problem.
I want to see the EMT get an addiction. That'd be sad.
All right, Nurse Jackie.
Yeah.
With that, Jesse would then just be like, say, "Are you suggesting I take the drugs I've been trying to cure as the means?"
I'm just saying that they have residual morphing energy. I'm not saying that you take it, but as a last resort, we have an option.
This sounds too good. Without hearing any drawbacks so far.
Assuming the drawbacks is the same effects that I would get if from the normal pill, right?
Are we all there? I
You
just want
see-
to clarify. I wasn't sure if it's just Jesse.
No, it's just Jesse and
Okay.
Tychus.
Okay, cool.
I can tell you, as somebody coming off these drugs, it's not something you want to be involved in. And she sort of massages her legs as she finds herself having to sit down. You know, physical therapy's fine, but when I was able to basically be a Power Ranger, it was a lot easier.
Don't think back like that.
Ah. I didn't know that Sean was going to turn his camera off.
Yep. Which is unfortunate.
It really would be like that.
There's a penguin or bird face where Gordo should be.
I'm in the wrong spot.
Yeah.
It's fine.
You're the White Ranger now, Gordo.
Hey,
And Jesse's just gonna look at Naomi and go be like, now don't talk like don't please do not. Again, I never got addicted to any memes or had any means of addiction. But don't.
I'm not telling you to take it. I'm not saying you should. Just saying it can do something.
No, but what I'm trying to tell you is just it's just how the best way to put it. What I'm just trying to say is be careful. Be be careful. You are still in a very shaky route right now to a point where you might relapse. I don't want to see that happen again.
Tell me how to live my life when you're the one who just came crawling back here after lying to your team about.
I didn't crawl.
Well, your team certainly doesn't want you back, so you might want to start.
Anywho, I would take my morpher back and look at her, go and say thank you.
Morpher slowly returns to that dull gray color.
Also, Tychus, why are you following me?
Okay. To
He's like, "Oh, you're here."
this I'm going to walk up and punch him in the face.
Damn.
Watching Tychus's PNG is even better because it just looks like he's been staring at you the entire time.
I only asked a question. I get text.
Yeah. I mean, you don't have time to react. You're just.
It's unfortunate that Sean's not here.
What the fuck, Tychus?
Consider yourself lucky when you demorph.
What?
Like George said, you could have risked your life if you morph whenever you're fighting, risking to save us or a civilian. You are lucky that happened after a fight was over.
Even if I did demorph in the middle of a fight, if I'm trying to save people, when I was dubbed this morpher, I was ready. I am ready to give my life for the people.
And that's what I'm glad to hear as I offer to lift him up.
I'm sorry, what?
I imagine in...
No, that was in character.
I mean, I was just consider that that your punishment from me.
First you fucking deck me, now you're helping me up? Jesus.
I mean, you need to realize that keeping this this a secret was a risk, and I want you to at least realize what I did as consideration. Jesse.
Yeah, yeah, I understand.
I was going to offer if we go to the army, so you could at least defend yourself when we're going. But I see Naomi has solved the problem.
I mean, even still, I mean, we're going to go out on this. I still want to pack like everyone's first aid kits and get ready myself, really.
From there, as Jesse and Tychus go about their packing, we cut to George, who I presume is in the training room.
I would say, yeah, she went to the training room for a little bit. That's what she do.
How many punching bags have you gone through at this point?
I'd say she's like at least,
I'll be right back. I gotta take my dog out.
I would say she's at least knocked one to a point where she needs to readjust it later or needs to get a different cinch. Like she just got so mad. She knocked one at least loose. The other one, she's just been like bouncing back and forth between. It's probably even gotten to a point where she doesn't know what she was doing or even trying to practice. She's just mad and trying to burn herself out.
Yeah, I like to imagine that she's worn a hole into one of the bags as the sand is starting to leak out.
Yeah. And I
As
think
she's-
once. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
What's it? I wanted to hear what you say, but I was just saying once she sees it leak like that, she probably realized she's going a bit too much, or knows that she needs to probably go do something more useful. Possibly.
As
Okay.
you're sort of walking to leave, you see Ryan starting to walk into the room.
Oh.
You alright, George?
I'm just disappointed. That's all.
Unfortunately, I was in Jesse's position when I was a ranger. I had a curse put on me that every time I morphed, a cobra wouldn't climb my back. Eventually getting to a point where it could bite and kill me.
That sounds awful, but visually really cool.
I can't speak to it visually, but yeah, it was pretty terrible. And like Jesse, I concealed it from my team as long as I could. Because I didn't want to be removed from the fight. I thought that was where my talents were best utilized. What I learned from that experience is that fighting's not the only thing that makes a good ranger. There's plenty of other things that you can do when don't have the ability to morph. I was able to fix it with some magic mumbo jumbo, but I felt that Jesse needed to learn this lesson for himself, and that's why I withheld it from the rest of the team.
Georgia looks really conflicted. Like she's glaring at just the punching bag and like looking down. Her eyes eventually kind of move over to look at Ryan. Like she's mulling these thoughts over in her head, and she's finally just belts out like, it's not that I can't say that I would do much different. It's really hard to deal with. I've never had people I cared about not letting go of before, and it really hurts, Ryan. It hurts that Jesse didn't think I was good enough to tell us. And I'm sure your other teammates felt that way too. It's not... The few people I trust, I just want them to believe in me. I will try so hard for them if they believe in me. And I just thought Jesse was one of them. And I just haven't had friends very long, let alone teammates, to get used to that. It's that what I want isn't necessarily what the others want, or what he's gonna do or feel. I'm just not used to stuff between people, or I don't know, friends. That's my fault, and I'm still mad at
George?
him. What?
Is it alright if I hug you?
Oh, sure.
He brings you in, sort of pulls your head to his chest,
Oh.
and says,
I'll do what I need to help him. And I'm still mad. But I don't want any of us hurt. I just wanted to know I was just as much his friend as I am his.
sometimes your closest friends are the ones that hurt you the most. And I'm sure Jesse had his good intentions, but ultimately he should have told you much sooner than this.
Hindsight doesn't get us far. And we'll get
No.
past it. But I'll come to understand.
You don't need to understand where he's coming from. You need to make sure that he knows to learn from this. Make sure that
If anyone will
each
keep
other.
him honest, I will.
I know you will.
Sorry. Thank you, Ryan. I guess she'd kind of become aware that she got a bit vulnerable and kind of...
She realizes that she left like a snot stain on his
God.
like
She's like she's like
Yeah.
doing that quiet panic of like, oh god, I did a girl thing.
oh my god, I'm a girl.
But thanks, Ryan. I need to go touch base with Dusty and some stuff before we take off tomorrow.
All right. And he
Thank
lets you go.
She
Mm-hmm.
she does look really gives a lot of gratitude to him for that. Thank you.
Yeah.
And she'll
We cut.
throw duct tape on that punching bag and go.
We do have other punching bags. You could just hang another one.
It's my favorite.
That was punchy.
You can't just throw out Tyrone.
I go into the punching bag. God, now I'm just imagining the punching bag with googly eyes.
Maybe.
Evan, where do we find him right now? Is he in the kitchen, or is he
He's in the
still
back.
packing up?
Is Sean back?
Yeah, he's there.
Oh, okay.
John?
Turn your camera back on, because my video is still wrong.
His camera's on.
Oh. My thing didn't. Oh, okay, there it is. There you are.
There you
Where-
wheeze.
Where's his voice?
Where? Yeah. Where do we find Evan right now?
Well, he's packed, and the kitchen rations have been taken care of.
Hmm.
Part of me wonders if he's just kind of wandering around the base. Just kind of trying to clear his thoughts and
Yeah. He absentmindedly finds himself in the psychology wing, where Corone, the staff, the ranger on staff to help deal with all the trauma that you guys are going through, is sitting reading her book on her tablet, with the door open. Hi, can I help you with something?
yeah, well, I don't know. I'm just kind of wandering and just a lot on my mind. So I just figured I'd wander around, and I was here, so I figured I'd stop and say hi and
If you'd
see
like to
how
have
you
a
were.
seat, I'm sorry, I don't think we've met. I'm Corone. Nice to meet you.
Evan, good to meet you.
Evan, you see this woman with shoulder length blonde hair, wearing a like black leather corset, and leather pants. And she puts her tablet down and she sort of sits back in her chair. So Evan, what's on your mind?
Gosh, I I don't know. I came here to help, and I don't know how much I'm helping at this point. I like I feel like we're all a mess, and I just want to again help people try to keep things together. And it's a lot, you know. It's just when you shore up one side, the other side starts falling apart, and it's uh, just so much.
Evan, are you a baker? She sort of gestures to your cheek as you notice that you still have a little like brownie batter.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, it's uh, like it's just always been something I've done just to. It helps me feel better. Like it gives me like I like giving people
Yeah,
baked
and
goods.
yeah, and when you're baking, do you tend to make a mess?
Honestly, it kind of depends.
Okay. Well, when you're trying out a new recipe, things tend to be everywhere. You're trying to figure out how much of everything to put in there, right?
Yeah.
Like a new team,
Hmm.
it all comes out in the end. The thing that truly knows whether you did it right is you apply heat. You put the mixture under pressure and you see if what you made came out. So don't try and fix a mixture that hasn't had time to bake yet.
Hmm.
Does that make sense?
Makes a lot of sense. Thank you.
That's what I'm here for. Door's always open.
Thank you. I won't come empty-handed next time.
Definitely want to give your baking a try.
Thank you.
All right. As everybody sort of finishes getting settled in, settles in for the night, we cut to Yami's room, where he finishes zipping up his bag. Places a piece of paper on the pillow. We're walking out the door. His morpher sitting at the end of the bed. He looks back with a sigh. Hopefully I'm not too much trouble out there, guys. The last thing we see is the folded piece of paper as it sort of tumbles off the bed and unfolds and just says goodbye. And that is where we're going to end tonight's session.